is a big week in the RoseRelish household. It's Carissa's birthday. We've got basketball, volleyball, and a lot of snow on the ground. So we're going to be cleaning up snow, celebrating birthday for Carissa, and typical sports in school and everyday life that we do. Maybe we'll find something fun to do, right, Edda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Mommy. I love you. Bye. Bye.
Let me keep singing. A. The kids had their dentist appointment today. Everything turned out well. Emerson has a chip in one of these teeth, and they said it wasn't anything to worry about, and the way his bite goes, he could have more chips and grinding in the future. Adelaide did great. No issues. They said to brush better in the back, but nothing really to worry about. So really, not a bad way to go to the dentist. No cavities and no issues. The truck is ridiculously dirty after our big road trip home from Florida. Carissa cleaned out the truck before we left to make it recover from the trip down to Florida. But as you can see in this car seat, there's just gunk of all kinds, and even more gunk over in the other car seat. The floors are covered with stuff. I still haven't taken everything out. It's pretty embarrassing, and I'm sick of riding around with it, so I'm gonna try to clean it up as best I can. Well, it's now Friday. We've had a fun week. We went to the dentist. We celebrated Chris's birthday. Did our typical stuff of going to preschool and volleyball twice a week. The kids are over at Grandma and Grandpa's house today, so I can get some work done in the basement where we're doing a big renovation. 6 years, almost 7 years later, doing our best to get it done. So yeah, that was our week. I don't know what we're going to be doing over the weekend. We talked about going to an RV show. We've talked about maybe buying a third car, but it's kind of a tough call. So we'll see where tomorrow takes us and what next week holds. Who knows? All right. As you can tell, this is our basement renovation. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot done, but actually we've torn down almost everything. There used to be soffits all across this back wall that are no longer there. Now it's about a 12-inch soffit. It was 6 feet wide. The headspace didn't used to be as large, so the room felt small. We've raised the ceiling effectively by removing the soffits, by getting rid of the drop ceiling. We've re-studded almost all of the walls in order to make them stronger and to make putting up drywall a lot easier. We've changed the wall locations. The bathroom used to be very odd shaped, and now it makes sense. It's a little bit smaller, but we've gained closet space. We've gained function. And yes, we've done a lot. We've put in 2 furnaces instead of 1. We have added a bedroom where there used to be the old furnace. I'll show you here. It's over this way. We've added a craft room that used to be the old washing and drying laundry room. And we've turned the storage room into a storage room, and it used to sort of be an office. It was kind of odd. So this is the bedroom. I'll turn the camera around. This is the bedroom we added, and the furnace, you can see, used to sit in this divot in the floor, and the water heater used to sit in the corner over there where there's now a silver air return. So this room is a small bedroom, but it's not tiny. It's something like 13 by 13. There's a closet where the doorway to the room used to be, with space under the stairs here. And the entrance to this room will be where there used to be a wall. We're going to add 2 double doors. This is the main living room, as you'll see, for the basement, the living room for the basement. The interesting thing is this room. This used to have a cement wall that went to here where the color of the cement changed. When we pulled down the paneling that was on the wall, we saw this hole, and we peek in, and what do we see is just a room, and we're saying, oh my goodness, we found a whole room to the house. So we hired a guy to cut the wall. You can see his saw marks right here, and we open it up, and there's a dirt floor. It's not fully excavated like the rest of the basement is. It was basically a way to save a couple $100 when they built the house, to not have to fully excavate, to not pour that last little bit of cement. We looked into putting cement down to match the rest of the basement, and it's cost prohibitive because the footings don't go deep enough and blah, blah, blah. But what we've done is we've turned it into a functional room. We've added a liner to the walls and the floor to seal in any of the radiation and vapors that come in, and added a step. And then I built a wooden floor on top of the seal, and that's where our furnace is, and it's our second storage room. You can see it's very full. It's kind of embarrassingly full, but we're in the process of getting rid of stuff, and anything that would be in the basement is in there right now as we're doing the renovation and to keep room for drywallers and all that stuff. The other major thing we did in the basement is we redid the entire electrical system. It was dated, it made no sense. Like a lot of homes built in the late 60s, early 70s, as electronic needs expanded, they just hooked on extra wires and ran it in stupid spots and connected to old circuits, and now it's all cleaned up. It's the same or better than a brand new build house. It's got wires for everything. It's future proofed, especially as now it's kind of funny. We have more things to plug in, but it uses less power. So this house is definitely ready for the future. Once we get drywall up, it's going to be an awesome space for kids and hopefully us. Who knows, though? All right. As you can see, we got quite a bit of snow last night. There's probably 4 or 5 inches. I'm debating whether I should shovel or snow blow. We were expecting anywhere from 3 to 5, and I think we got the higher end of it. And the temperature is going to drop to 9 degrees tomorrow, so I've got to get it done before it really compacts and gets icy, and who knows what else happens when the temperature drops that low. It's not humane.